Hey there folks, welcome to my channel and welcome to update 147 for American Truck Simulator. Well, this new update brings several improvements, and the main highlight would probably be the improvements at nighttime, performance improvements at nighttime, and adaptive cruise control, which is finally back and fully toggleable, which is what I'm gonna do right now. For the first time, we're gonna turn the adaptive cruise control on, which I've never used before. It should be somewhere around here, I hope. It should be, right? Air brakes, simulation, retarder, engine brake, automatic engine start, steering camera. Where is smart cruise control? That adaptive cruise control? Great. I'm gonna go with 20 meters. 20 meters, 65 feet. I was looking for a toggle thing. That's why I took so long to find it. So adaptive cruise control is on. We have it turned on, and now it's time to drive, I guess. Well, we are rocking the W900 limited edition, the 100-year anniversary edition, which is a fantastic truck. It came out recently. I was planning on recording a video showcasing this truck, but I was lazy. But now I do have a reason to record a video because update 147 just came out, so I figured why not. So convenient enough now to showcase the W900, which is a lovely truck. They basically remastered the original model, which came with the base game. It's a lot better and a lot sharper, as you can see. The model is fantastic, and that also extends to the interior, which is equally impressive. Let's hop in without further ado. Let's do just that. Look at that. It's amazing. And it has the 100-year badge, the special seats with also the 100-year badge, and so on. And you can see it over there as well on the glove box. Pretty nice. It's just about 6 a.m. now. We're gonna start the truck up and drive, basically. Let's put the GPS here. Let's go for my favorite layout, which is this one. There we go. Let's turn the baby on and get moving. I guess there's nothing else to do. Oh, regarding our setup here, we're using a 625 HP cat engine and an 18-speed automatic transmission. Yeah, that's what we got. Pretty nice setup. Oh, forgot park brake. Rookie mistake. And I also forgot my gear knob, which is around back. There we go. Now we can move. I forgot. My apologies. It's been a long time since I've actually driven a truck. It's been a really long time. I've been sim racing a lot as of recent. I might have... Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was afraid I might take it the wrong turn, but no, it's not the case. Great. I should turn the lights on, shall we? Why is it not? Oh, there we go. There we go. We can turn. Oh! Apparently I'm not allowed to turn right. There. I still don't quite get how that works. Because you can turn right on some red lights, but not all red lights. It's very confusing to me because here, where I'm from, you don't have the option. You have to stop the right light, the red light regardless, you know. If it's red, you're supposed to stop. You cannot just turn right on it, you know, like you can in America. But even so, in America, as you just witnessed, apparently it's not all the time. It's not every junction. It doesn't seem to apply to every junction, which is awkward, but it's not like I don't got money, you know. That's fine. I can cover that. $700 for violating a single red light. It's fine. I mean, it's never done that before, right? Welcome to Taylor Construction Group. Let's get this baby slid in. Oh, the game runs just so much better now that I got a GPU upgrade. It's insane. But the difference is like night and day, especially when recording. Because like gameplay-wise, I didn't really notice much of a difference. Because I'm still rocking Full HD, so 2070 was generally more than enough for Full HD, but with some concessions. Concession being while recording and also at night, I did have some nasty frame drops, which would impact my recording, which is why I kind of stopped with the American Truck Sim gameplays for a good while, because I simply could not get stable 60 anymore, and that was bothering me because it kind of ruins the whole flow of the video, because you're getting consistent 60, and then suddenly it drops to like, I don't know, 45 FPS. It was a little awkward, and it would make the video all choppy and stuff, and it got me really... It was one of the main reasons why I felt like I needed to upgrade, is recording... I mean, I built a PC for that. I wanted to record gameplays, I wanted to record especially sim stuff, so flight sim, American Truck Sim, and so on. The stuff that I love, you know, sim racing, and as long as I could still record at 60, no problem. With decent visual quality, I didn't feel like I had an urge to upgrade. But then suddenly that changed once American Truck and Newer Truck got the updates. It's got more and more demanding over the years. And suddenly my 2070 was just snoping out. So I was forced, quote unquote, to upgrade. Not that it's a bad thing, because obviously sometimes you just gotta upgrade and get on with the times, you know, and I'm really loving it so far. One of the best decisions I made this year by far, because now I don't have to worry about whether the frames are gonna drop, whether it's gonna run or not. Just bro, it's 1080p with a 3080. It's almost a 4K card, so like it's gonna run in 1080p, no problem. And another thing that I find very impressive is how it deals with 1080p, because as it's not set to use full power at all times, it does tend to be very power saving conscious in a way. So it does dial the clock down, the memory clock down, the wattage down. So instead of draining 300 watts, it drains like 200, low hundreds sometimes, while not recording. So when I record, it does go up to like 200-ish, but without recording, just playing, it's around 80 to 120 watts, which is insane. So it did what the 2070 could in 1080p, but with 100% power draw, 99% usage, and it does that with basically idle temperatures. It even takes a while for the fans to start spinning, because they only spin once it's past 55 degrees. So it does take a little bit until they spin. That's insane. It's insane, especially coming from someone that owned a 2070 before, which was already pretty decent for 1080p, I'm not gonna lie. It's not like I've ever struggled to run games with my 2070. That was not the problem. It was mainly the recording bit that was annoying me, because the frames were dropping, and recording video with frame drops is just not fun. It's not nice to watch. It's not pleasing to the eyes. But the fact that 3080 does what the 2070 did, with like using just a small percentage of that wattage, is crazy, actually crazy. And it took me a while to get used to it. Like, wow, 100 watts and doing just what the 2070 did. The card basically just chilling. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. It goes to show how efficient the new architectures are. Imagine like the 4 series, the 4090, for instance, what it could do in 1080p. Granted, I'm locked at 60 because I have a 60 hertz panel, so I don't need more than that. Which explains why it's not breaking any sweat for that for 1080 60. You know, obviously, if I were to unlock the frame rate, it would definitely drain all the power that it has to offer. As long as there is no CPU bottleneck, which I do think there is, if I'm being honest, because I'm like on average 30 to 40% bottlenecked by my CPU, which is 3700X. So yeah, it does have a little bit of a bottleneck, but considering I don't really need high frames at the moment, as I'm still at 60 hertz. Hopefully not for long though, because I got a new panel. Quad HD 165 hertz, but it's still coming. But for now and for the past 5-6 years, I've been stuck at 1080 60. And given the games I play, it's not really much of a hassle, honestly. Like, what difference is it gonna make if I'm playing American Truck at 60 or 120 hertz? Obviously, it's gonna be better, but is it gonna make me a better driver? Is it gonna make me deliver stuff faster? Probably not. The only reason why I wanted to get a better panel was CSGO. Actually, I realized it was holding me back because for most of those years, it was not the monitor that was holding me back. It was mainly my computer, because like initially I didn't even have a graphics card. Like I played on a laptop, an i5 with an Intel HD 4000, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and obviously that was the limiting factor. It was not the 60 hertz. And I did what I could. I would play my CSGO at like 20, 30 FPS, 40 FPS. So it worked to an extent. It was not like, oh, unplayable or anything. It was tough. Not gonna lie, it held me back. No wonder I was a silver for so long. And then I got a better laptop with 8080M. And that allowed me to get near 200 FPS, which also made me a lot faster, but made me a lot better, I mean. But I was still at 60 hertz, so. And then I didn't think much of it. Like, I got the 2070 PC later on, still at 60 hertz, yielding like 400 FPS. Still thinking, yeah, it's fine, I don't need more than that, because I'm not a competitive player. But then I got to a point where my rank was like high-ish. It's like Supreme, Global sometimes. And I felt like I finally started to realize that it was indeed holding me back. Because previously, like Nova rank, AK1, AK2, MGE, it was not really a problem. You know, 60 hertz, whatever. I was still able to play on fair ground because my skill made up for it. But then once the skill gap went a little bit up, then the 60 hertz went from just a detail to a hindrance. And then that's when I finally started to, hey, maybe I do need a better refresh rate panel. I started looking, and then back in the day, back when I finally, you know, got into this whole, oh my god, I need high refresh rate. Back in that time, Quad HD panels were very expensive. And I had the option to go 1080p 240 or 1080p 165, but 1080p is kind of, you know, I don't know if I were to upgrade my panel, it wouldn't be from 1080p to 1080p again with higher refresh rate, because that makes no sense. Like, people were already mocking me because I had a 2070 running on a 1080p panel. So I was like, bro, if I'm gonna get a better panel, I should aim for higher res, obviously, because 1080p in 2023, that's kind of cringe, isn't it? So, yeah. And back in the day, the Quad HD panels were very expensive, so I kind of shied away from it and kept on postponing it, you know? Not today, maybe another time, maybe another time, maybe another time, and so it went. Maybe another time. And then the time finally came. The prices were finally at an acceptable range. Bear in mind, I'm in South America, so the prices are different. And when I mean they were not cheap, they were not cheap. They're still not cheap, but it's a kind of price that it's bearable for a monitor. Because back in the day, you had to decide between buying a new GPU or buying a monitor. That was pretty much it. Either went for a new, like 80 class GPU or a panel, a high refresh rate Quad HD panel, which makes no sense. So I was very much on the fence about upgrading. And then now the prices are finally somewhat reasonable. They're still high, but it's the kind of high that you can just deal with it, I guess. It's acceptably... It's an acceptable kind of high price, so I finally went for it. And honestly, I hope I won't regret it, because... I mean, 1080p was fine. Most of the time, I didn't really mind it much. Especially because of DSR, because DSR does allow you to go 4K or Quad HD or whatever resolution you want for your 1080p panel, no problemo. It does. Some people say it doesn't change a thing. I do think it does. I do think it does in terms of like visual quality. I do feel like 4K DSR is insanely sharp compared to native 1080p, even with anti-aliasing and stuff. It's still way better. You can clearly tell there's a difference. I mean, it does make sense that there is a difference, because it gets like the 4 pixels, and the 4 pixels become... I mean, it gets 1 pixel, and the 1 pixel becomes 4 instead, which will form a 4K image. So it's obviously sharper. Some people say it does not appear to be all that sharp, and that's a blurry mess instead. Not in my opinion, but... The point is, DSR doesn't fix the hertz problem, though, which was why I wanted a new panel to begin with. You know, 60 is fine for American Truck. It's fine for sim racing, even though some people say 165 to 100 hertz is like the gold. The synchro, let's call it that, of sim racing, but I don't know. I mean, I've never experienced it. Maybe when I do get my panel, when it's here, I'm gonna test it. Maybe, yeah, true. Yeah, 65 hertz sim racing. Oh, look, I'm a lot faster now. But I cannot. I don't think so, honestly. I don't think so. It's not like you're. I don't see how it couldn't make such a difference, personally. I could be wrong. I could be proven wrong, and maybe that's the case, but that was not why I got the panel. You know, it's definitely not why I went for a higher refresh rate. I just kinda wanted to not be limited in CSGO anymore. You know, I didn't want that to be my limiting factor, because the frame rate was no more a problem, but suddenly I was held back by my own panel. So hopefully, the thing holding me back is the monitor and not the fact that I'm terrible, which could be the reason, actually. Maybe I'm just terrible. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm a terrible FPS player. It could so be the case. Maybe I'm wasting money on a panel for a game that I'm terrible at. But here's hoping it's not the case. But yeah, so it was fine until it was not, like the 60 hertz. I still think that you don't need that for other stuff. You don't need that for American Truck, that's for sure. You probably won't need that for anything that isn't highly competitive, in my opinion. Then again, I would love to be proven wrong, and I'm gonna see it for myself, with my own eyes soon, hopefully. So if it turns out I was wrong, and I'm gonna make a video about it, obviously. Like, oh my god, you gotta try high refresh rate American Truck Simulator. It's a game changer. Like, I never thought it could make a difference, but it turns out 240 hertz American Truck Sim is the way to go. But probably not. I'm still probably gonna lock it at 60, honestly. I don't. I don't think it's that important to get all them frames and just get higher temperatures and higher load on the graphics card over basically no difference because you're driving a truck for crying out loud. Oh my god, terrible. Let's pretend it didn't happen, okay? Let's pretend I didn't crash. Nothing happened here. Anyway, back to what matters, which is continuing our trip. Almost ran out of fuel, just casually. Ooh, there's some traffic. Oh, the sky looking nice. I love the new skybox. It came with all the many DX11 updates for this game. It's visually so appealing now. It's impressive how much it has improved over the years. It's like it's a whole new game in many ways. It's nice, and the fact that it's alpha-free, they've been updating it for so many years now. I mean, American Euro Truck Sim is like 10 years old now, almost 11 years old, and American Truck released in 2016. So it's almost there as well. 7 years? 6, 7 years? Pretty old as well. It's still getting updated, getting better and better, and there's reworking the map. It's amazing, you know, the amount of love they have, dedication to building the ultimate truck simulator, and how they listen to what the community wants, how they deliver. Sometimes they do take a little bit, but they do deliver. And most of the popular requests were eventually brought into the game, like downloadable trailers, for example, which is something that people have been asking for a long, long time, and they finally delivered that a couple years ago. I think it was 2019, 2020, don't remember now. It's been so long. It's hard to keep track, but the fact is, they do listen, they do care about simulation, they do want to keep delivering a consistent experience. And I can only say, it's impressive, you know, because how many games do you know they're still that old? Games that are that old, they're still updated so regularly, so consistently as well. With new stuff, get new trucks, new DLCs, new quality of life updates like this adaptive cruise control, for instance. It's quality of life, whether you want it or not. It does make the experience better for everyone. And the more time passes, the more it becomes a whole new game. It's if you have been playing truck sims, especially ETS2 and ATS since the very beginning, you can clearly tell how far they've come. Like I've been playing ETS2 ever since it came out. And I'm still using this very same save game, by the way. My ETS2 save game's 10 years old now. Been using the very same ever since the very beginning. And it still works, which is crazy. It's crazy because I've used many different mods, even pro mods. I've had issues where it wouldn't load, that I had to edit some things out and make it work again, but it's still there somehow. 10 years old. It's something very rare, you know. It's not everyone that has a 10-year-old save game still working, still keeping my same progress from back when I was still in school. Because when the game came out, I was like 16. And I'm almost 10 years old. Almost. I'm gonna be 26 tomorrow. So yeah. Been a long time. A long time. And it's getting better and better. Unlike me, I'm getting older and worse. Objectively worse. But American Truck and ETS2, seems to get better at every update. It's aging like fine wine, you know. It truly is. But me, on the other hand, oh Jesus. I'm aging terribly and I'm balding now. Oh God. I do need to make Cobra for sure. I need my very own 147 update at one point. Yeah, I'm very happy with this update so far. One thing I noticed though, where did the traffic go? Because I didn't change anything regarding the traffic, and apparently there is nobody around. I don't know if that's a new feature or what, but the traffic has disappeared. Like, where's everyone? Where's everyone? Like, honestly, what the hell? Look at this. There's a couple guys around back, but I don't know, bro. That's looking... I don't know if it's because it's just 11 a.m. and it's a... Oh, actually it's a weekend. So what the hell? Where did the traffic go? Makes me wonder. Really makes me wonder. Because I wanted to test the adaptive cruise control and see whether it does actually slow down the truck in case of a sudden... Let's see. You're gonna turn right? No, you're not. Oh, jeez. Well, I guess we're not going to be able to see that adaptive cruise control in action today, yeah? Probably not. It's a shame. But hey, 147 updates looking great, performing great, no frame drop so far, which is commendable. And, yeah, I'm very satisfied. Visually, it's fantastic as ever. And, let's take this. Left turn carefully. Oops. See, that guy on some blind spot could hit him. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Okay, there's a stop sign right there. Another one. Come on, mate. Come on. And that's the end of the trip and the end of the video. So that's 147, everyone. Adaptive cruise control, better performance at night, better performance overall, and the game is getting better and better. So I can say, very, very happy with this update so far. Need to try it further, obviously. It's my first time with 147 so far. But from what I've seen, very impressed. I did test it briefly and I didn't record at night because it gets very pixelated. It's very hard for NVENC to produce quality stuff at night. Maybe when I have an AV1 card, then yes, nighttime gameplays could become more appealing. But at the time being, for the time being, I mean, not really. But I've noticed a much lower GPU usage overall at night, which was a problem because as soon as the night approached, the GPU usage would skyrocket or actually, not really. Sometimes it wouldn't even skyrocket. It would just straight up not use the GPU and the frames tank for some reason. Not the CPU bottleneck or anything. It would just kind of, you know what, not gonna work today. And then the frames would like drop to low 40s instead of the average 60. And only at night, only around cities, it would just, you would have like, what? Basically no usage whatsoever. That was a little weird, and it turns out it came around back instead of, oh god, it's terrible. Jesus Christ. Can fix that right now. Welcome to the company, and now we do have to, where do you need it? Oh my god, that seems tricky, doesn't it? Let's do it. It can, oh god. Where are we supposed to go now? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Where are we supposed to go? Oh, that side is blocked. Then there's... Where is it? Oh, okay, I see it now. Can we... Let's only hope. Oh god, it's gonna be a little bit bumpy, but it's gonna work. Oh, there it is. Okay. So... How do we park this thing? There it is. That's the spot. just get a little bit of clearance. Just a little bit. I cannot see anything. My window view is fully blocked. That's not bad. And the mirrors are pretty much useless. If only I could zoom in and, you know, because I cannot see the white spot right there, so I'm just going to use this camera as much as it's frowned upon. But now it's probably not going to be a perfect entry there, but I can always try again. It's just for positioning the truck properly. Yeah, it was a terrible entry. I fumbled it. But then, what I can do is fix that orientation right there. Very slowly, very patiently, because then we can move forward just a little bit and fix it. Alright, that is about enough. Then first gear again, and move the wheel. Oh wait, should auto lock. Center it back up. Then now comes the important part, which is sliding this baby in properly. Okay, here's the reverse. And now just carefully slide it in by just making minor corrections. Very small corrections. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? It's whatever. We did it, boys. It's a little skewed for sure, but I'll call it a day. I mean, cargo's ready for unloading, if they say so. My truck's so sexy. Look at this. Baby. All right, let's finish this one. Let's call it a day. 445. Got the money. That was nice. Oh, they did change that as well. That's nice. The XP thingy's different. The career thing is also different now. Look at that. Wow. Traffic stations 1, $700. Nice. It's a truck zone. Most used truck. Total driven distance. Own drivers, trailers, real-time spent. That's because the truckers MP back in the day would screw with the calendar. So the real-time spent 182 hours on this save game. 51% of the map. Excellent. Deliveries. 7 good works, 1 late. 3 to 4 achievement. Oh, on time. 323 undamaged. 0 special transports. I gotta do that at one point. I always forget. With that being said, though, I think it's time to just say goodbye. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was 147 right there. And the W900 100 Years Edition. If you guys enjoyed this short trip, and I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully. Stay safe. Feedback's much appreciated. Comment section is right down below, as you guys know. And I very much appreciate any sort of input. So I see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.